We will talk in this lecture about resource dependencies in Terraform. We have seen until now how to create resources with Terraform without any dependencies between them, which rarely happens in real-world resource provisioning solutions. Here, for example, we have a configuration file for creating two resources, a random integer and a local file. The two resources are independent of each other. That's why they can be created in any order when running the Terraform apply command. In real-world scenarios, a resource may depend on another resource or a group of resources. For example, in Azure, we have what we call a resource group, which is a logical container for grouping and managing Azure resources. It serves as a way to organize and manage resources based on their life cycles, their applications, or their environments. A set of resources within a resource group are deployed, updated, and deleted together as a single management unit. So for provisioning a group of resources related to each other in Azure with Terraform, first of all, we need to create a resource group and then provision the remaining resources that should belong to the resource group that we have created. So that's an example of resource dependencies. One way to make a resource depends on another resource in Terraform is to reference a resource attribute in the resource block of another resource for setting one of its arguments. We will see how this works in Terraform with simple resources, such as a local file and a random integer, and then you can apply that in real-world examples when provisioning resources, for example in Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, or whatever you want. Let's say that we want to create two resources with Terraform, a random integer and a local file. We want Terraform first of all to generate a random integer using the random provider and then store the generated integer in a file called count.txt. We can achieve that by referencing the result attribute of the random integer resource in the resource block used to create a local file for setting the content argument of the file. So in this example, the file count.txt depends on another resource, which is the random integer generated by Terraform, because the content of the file will be the integer that will be generated using the random provider. Let's see how the configuration file will look like. To create a random integer, we declared a resource block of type random integer and call it, for example, randint. Then inside the resource block, we will set the required arguments, which are the min and the max argument. We will assign the value 3 to the main argument and the value 10 to the max argument. Then to create a file, we will declare another resource block and we will set the resource type to local file and call it, for example, a count file. Inside the resource block, we will set the file name argument and the content argument. We will give the value count.txt to the file name argument, and for the content argument, it will be set to the integer generated using the random provider. The integer can be accessed using an attribute called result of the randint resource, and we can reference it in the resource block of the local file like that. So first of all, we mentioned the resource type, which is random integer, followed by the resource name, which is randint, and finally the attribute name, which is result. And this what will make the file depends on the random integer. Now by running the Terraform apply command, Terraform will first of all generate the random integer and then create the local file. An important point to mention here. Terraform will always create the random integer first and then create the local file regardless of the declaration order. So even if the local file is declared first and then the random integer will stay generated before the local file, because Terraform will find in the configuration file that the local file depends on the random integer. Let's go back to Azure and see how to provision an Azure container registry that belongs to a specific resource group. To create a resource group with Terraform, we have to declare a resource block in the configuration file of type Azure RM resource group. We give a name to this resource, for example dev rg, and inside the resource block, we have to set the required arguments. So first of all, we will set the name argument. We set it, for example, to dev resource group. And for the location argument, we can set it, for example, to West Europe. Then we need another resource block of type Azure RM container registry for creating a container registry in Azure. We give the name dev ICR to our resource, and inside the resource block, we will set the required arguments. First of all, we will set the name to dev container registry. Then for the resource group name, we will reference the name attribute of the resource group declared previously. And this is what will make the container registry depends on another resource, which is the resource group. And finally, for the location argument, we will set it to West Europe. Because here we have referenced the name attribute of the resource group in the resource block used to create the container registry, Terraform will know that the container registry depends on another resource, which is the resource group. So first of all, it will create the resource group and then create the container registry. This type of resource dependencies in Terraform is known as implicit dependency. In the next lecture, we will see how to work with another type of resource dependencies in Terraform known as explicit dependency. So that's it for now. I hope that everything is clear, and see you next time.